Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Natasha Makes. It is Textile Tuesday, as ever, because it's Tuesday. I had to ask my 6-year-old what day it was because I have absolutely no idea. It's as simple as that. But he is on Christmas countdown, so he knows. He knows. Yes. Are you all well? Feels like an age since I saw you all, but it was just yesterday. And I have to say, Ginny. Hang on, let's see if Ginny is on yet. Let's have a little look who's with us this morning. We've got Valerie and Penny. Good morning. Here we go. Everyone's joining us. Hello, and Andrea and Jean. Hello. Oh, hello. Shouting from the smalls out there. They're having a fun time. And Teresa and Debbie. Hi, Helen. Oh. Could one of you private message me what was number 18 in the advent calendar? Because there's one person with number 18 missing. I don't know how. It must mean that someone's got 2 number 18s somewhere. And I can't find where I wrote it down what number 18 was. And I need to send one out. So Helen, I know that you had an advent calendar. But if you could remember what number 18 was and just message me, that would be amazing. Thank you. Hi, Anne. Hello. Oh, bright Warrington. Lovely. Pat and April, good morning. Ginny, we love you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know if you saw on my normal Natasha McCarthy page, Inga was super excited. We were all super excited, and we will be making some of that gorgeous hot chocolate. And I said to Jane, I said, you just cover everything up, just show Inga the label, which said Pit and Weem, and ask her who she thinks sent those. And she knew straight away. She's like, that's Ginny. So thank you, so kind. And just some beautiful cards that people have sent us. Thank you so much. Just lovely. Karen, do your talents never end? I mean, my goodness. Just beautiful. Hi, Pam. Feeling a bit frazzled this morning. Late night food shopping. Good morning. Oh, do you know, when I worked for the Royal Shakespeare Company and we used to finish the shows, come off and then sort out all the costumes, get everything sorted and set and ready for the next shows, and possibly go and have a swift pint in the Dirty Duck and then head home. I would regularly be in Tesco's about midnight and it was empty. It was blissful. You might bump into like Judi Dench or something, but apart from that, it was fine. That was basically what shopping in Stratford was like. Hi, Claire. Lovely Brighton Norwich today. Lovely. She can take the boys out later. Lovely. Colette, good morning. Just back from Pax Supermarket. You are all so good. So good. I went to the market on Saturday, bright and early with the kids. I don't intend to do anything else. It's just a big roast, isn't it, really? So, and my mum sent me Christmas cake. Thanks, Mum. Yep, I had a big slab of that and hid the rest of it from everyone else. I'm not sharing that. Nah. Christmas cookie making. That sounds good, Heather. Yummy. It's all about that food, isn't it, today? I now feel quite full, not going to lie. Morning, Laurie. We do have pretty things on the table. Tell you what today's show is going to be all about. And that is... I've brought Half Me to Heavens early. Normally Half Me to Heavens go up on our website. We never normally show them on air. And they normally go up on a Thursday, but of course Thursday is Christmas Day. And, you know, some of you are going to have other stuff to do. So that you don't miss out. And so that those of you who have just started watching going, what is this Half Me to Heaven? I'll show you. I'll show you what we've got this week. Some of them, again, only got a handful, 2 or 3 of, so you're going to have to be quick. But they are loaded today as opposed to Thursday. There will still be Half Me to Heavens on the website on Thursday, but the new ones, the fresh ones for this week, are coming out today as opposed to Thursday, so that I could give you a little heads up. Right, okay, so on the show today, we are going to look at how to make a little something like this, which is using your Crazier 8s from Creative Grids. And if you want to do something like a table runner, then where did I put it? I'll find that for you in a minute, because I've done that. Somewhere. We will unearth it. And on a show a little while ago, I brought this fabric. Whoop, there she goes. The elephants. And I backed the cushion in the surround, just pieced it together. This normally sits up in Emily's bedroom because she's got kind of an elephant theme going on there. And then we just did that beautiful bell ribbon around it. Well. On my gorgeous walk around, oh, I've got news on the handles for this as well. On my gorgeous walk around the warehouse that I do remotely with my supplier, I spotted some more of the elephant fabric. Now, last time we sold it in a 1/2 metre with one of our yellow batiks, and it was gorgeous. So as soon as I knew we had it, I had to get some more of the bells. Let me show you the bells. 1/2 pint's already in position for today. Jane said I just had to poke her because she was in such a deep sleep. I didn't know if she had died. I thought, yeah, maybe not before Christmas. If she could just hold on a bit longer, that'd be great. Whee! This is, isn't it beautiful? So this is available for you by the metre. I heart this very, very much. It's got a little jingly jangle on it. Lovely. Oh, Chrissy's caught up with yesterday's show. Well done, Kirsty. Do I drink pints? Yes. Yes, of course I do. Love a good pint. What? I'm a Sussex girl. You know, before I lived anywhere else, I was a Sussex girl. I was a Harvey's Real Ale girl. Oh, yeah. Don't like the fizzy stuff as much. I mean, like a pint, a good pint of lager, maybe a lager top on a sunny day, but not, you know, you can't drink very much of that. Not that I condone binge drinking. But if you're on a session, then, you know, back in the day, did used to be ale. Oh yeah, well Elizabeth says she disappears behind a pint glass. Well, I mean, that's why 1/2 pint's called 1/2 pint, because she was so tiny as a kitten. She was super tiny. But no, a proper good pint. Whoa, what have you started? Right, I'm going to put that back because we're going to show you how to make that in a minute. And that is with the Creative Grids Crazier 8. I'm going to show you how to do all sorts of things with that. And it also, oh yeah, I'll show you what else you can do with it. I mean, that is made with Crazy 8, but also Emily's Snuggle Blanket, Crazy 8 with Tilda fabric. So, also, I mean, yeah, look at, it's just, this is half of the quilt pattern that they give you on the back of the packet. We'll go into that in a bit. Super snuggly. She's not watching because she's going to be given that for Christmas. What else? Oh, it's like a proper show and tell. Oh yes, this. Okay, so bing. Right, I'm going to floof stuff. Stand by. This is on the bolt, and I got as much as my supplier had. All right. So here it is. The pattern repeat on this is 18 inches. Okay. So if you want more than one elephant, go for a metre. This is going to be cut to order. Last time we sold it just as a 1/2 metre piece, but I was like, do you know what? Some of you might just want that either to back a quilt or to be the front of a quilt, because it really is rather splendid. So we've got it in the pink, and I've only got, out of the sparkle fabrics, and if you just put in glitter, it'll come up. Look at that with the glitter yellow. Isn't that beautiful? Just gorgeous. And whilst we're on air, Inga's frantically going to try and put together a complimentary bundle with an orange and a pink. There you go. Wow, glitter. But like I said, I've only got 5 of those left. So if you want that, that's already cut to a 1/2 metre, I'm afraid. But what isn't already cut to a 1/2 metre, I've never had this colourway. Never, ever. And there the elephants are in all their glory. And then look, the turquoise glitter. And that one. How beautiful are they all together? I don't know if that's a better view. Let's have a look. Gosh. Yeah. You could pick either one of those and they would be gorgeous. So just throwing it out there. So that's the purple option, and then the very last one to show you are these little chaps, and I thought they went rather splendidly with that glitter. But again, we'll put some oranges and pinks and stuff together for you, and yellows, basically like a sunrise, I think. So keep an eye out on the website. We just sort of ran out of time this morning because I was too busy eating Christmas cake. La, 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 la. That's the truth of the matter. Yeah. You thought I'd got over the Christmas cake debacle, hadn't you? But no. It's still there. It still reigns. So I'll pop those there, and then Inga can come and grab them to colour match any minute. Now, you see, the other thing that you can do with it, let me move Beryl. Come on, Beryl. Come and show everyone what you got here. Jane made this yesterday, and that was out of a 1/2 metre. You got your elephants going all the way around. She put some jingle jangle around the top there. This is this week's Smarth of the month, Smarth of the week rather. This is your Copen and White Spot, which means that is on a little discount for you today. But yeah, so she's just made it as a cross the body bag, like so. And we'll that'll work perfectly for when we take stuff to the post office, because we need big bags for our post. And Inga can jingle all the way in a very festive styley. Hi Anna, hello. Morning Claire. Cold and frosty Northern Ireland. Oh, your pressing mat arrived this morning. Good. Excellent. Now, I have an apology, and I can't remember what your name was because my mind has gone blank. Everybody's 12 Days of Christmas went out yesterday, bar one. And that one is because it's going to Ireland, and the couriers wouldn't take it because of all of the announcements yesterday. So we're going to have to send it Royal Mail, which means it might not get to you this side of Christmas, but we are going to try our very hardest. So yeah, apologies. Just as everything was announced, as we put everything in and everything was being collected, and they went, no, not taking it. The joys. Morning, Rosalind. Happy Christmas. She said, thanks for all you do, hints and tips. My absolute pleasure. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it wrong, but we're all in it together, and that's the main thing. Morning, Natalie. Hello. Gonna have to catch up later. It's removals day. God, that went quick. That went really quick. Apparently everything has to go into boxes, but I've run out, and nowhere is open in Wales because you're in lockdown again. Oh no. I've got a lot of boxes you could have. A lot. I'm kind of halfway. If you did one trip, I could give you a lot of boxes on your way back. We're only 10 minutes from the motorway. Yeah, I really hope it goes well. Eliza Jane says, I got some of those balls last time they were on. Now on my Christmas tree looking lovely. Fabulous. Claire likes pints of milk. Well, that's okay. Morning everyone, couldn't resist and bought the beautiful fabrics yesterday. Now jingly trim. What's a girl to do? Do you know what, Becky? It's a tough one, isn't it? It is a toughie. I mean, everyone loves jingly balls, right? That doesn't sound right. Oh, Nikki's not slept. Are you excited for Christmas? Because that's what's going on with my kids. Far too excited for Christmas. Can't sleep. Amazing. Although saying that, from 4 o'clock yesterday, Emily kept asking if it was bedtime. I'm like, it's not bedtime yet, Emily. I'm tired. So, you know. Ali can't do pints at all. A pint is so masculine and heavy. My dad used to have, if ever we went, there used to be a pub in a little place called Kingston, not London Kingston, a little place in Kingston near Lewis, and called the Jugs. And I just remember they used to do really big fat chips. They were amazing, and my dad always used to have just one pint of Guinness, and that would be it. Yeah. Oh, Julia, only pints I get these days of water. Very healthy for you. Me too, to be fair. Morning, I'm late, says Alison. It's okay. Got engrossed in work. That's not okay. How is that even possible? I don't know. Oh, someone made me a little stocking as part of a swap with some of that yellow glitter fabric. It's fabulous. I was now wondering if it was one of your viewers. Well, I just don't know. Okay. Yesterday for the bag. Do we need half meters or fat quarters? Laurie, you can, depending on... Let me show you. So the bag that we made... Oh, dropped it on the floor. The bag that we made yesterday, Laurie, let me show you this because... Sorry, HP. You can use either one fabric. That's fat quarters, if you want to do it with fat quarters. I did mine with half meters. But there was loads left. So yeah, you can do it either which way. And I have a suspicion, Laurie, that if you delve around in your scraps and your stash, you'll have enough. You'll be fine. But yeah, those. I don't know if those sold out actually. They were certainly very popular yesterday. Love my dresser. Right. Okay. Now. A bag update. Yesterday I left you on tenterhooks. I know, tenterhooks. Saying I've got a little gadget and I'm going to see if it does binding. I hate making binding. It's a bind for me. And my friend Hayley said, what you need is my little gadget. I went, oh yeah. Because believe you me, I've got all the bias binder makers in the world and I'm rubbish with all of them. But, let me show you. Let me show you this. You're going to be the only people that would actually appreciate this, by the way. So I started off, that was the start, started to get used to it, little bit of a gap, and then, yes, I was like, hang on a minute, this is consistently brilliant. So I am super impressed with said gadgety tool. I just now need to press that in half and stitch down, and then I can finish off my bag. My only problem is I went on to her suppliers to buy it, and it only comes as part of a big set of stuff. But I don't want all the other stuff. I just want this. So I've messaged her today, and I'm waiting to hear back. She might be on air, to say, can I just get the gadget? Can I please just get the gadget from you? Because that's what I want. That's what I want. Because that was the easiest binding I've ever made. I'm going to be honest. So I shall wait to hear back. And when I'm saying I don't know where I put that gadget, where did I put it? I put it in the bag with the handles. Because now I can finish off the bag. Yay! We all agreed that we love the fact that you can make this bag either like this. This is yesterday's show, by the way. So if you missed it, or change its shape. Isn't it fab? And I do just love that fabric. Yeah. So, talking of that fabric, we have got choices today. I have made that cushion there out of all of the fabrics that I showed you yesterday. It's Lewis and Irene, it's their latest collection. It's both their metallics collection and the, I can't say it right, hang on, I've got to look it up on my phone because I don't say it right. And to the extent that I just had to go, you know, the peacocky stuff. I'm really helpful, aren't I? What's it called? Soraya. Anyway, I think it means like little gem or something like that. So Gemma was super excited because she's like, it's mine. It's clearly mine. I need a tool. Well, yeah. So yeah, it's part of that range, and I mix it through with some metallics. But what I'm also going to show you today is, oh, here it is. Look, I was really tidy. With the Creative Grid, that's the first strip that I've made. Now you could make that into a table runner. I'm going to do, well, I'll show you, I'm going to do strips in different colours with a strip in between. And so that is your block. That is your Scrap Crazy block. I'm going to show you how. Okay, it's super, super easy. But with the same template, you can also, yes, do various size blocks of this. And of course, if I'd actually been paying attention, I would have done an 8-inch block, because then you could do Scrap Crazy block and then an 8-inch star block and alternate with your scraps. That was if I'd been awake this morning when I was doing all of that. But if you want to use your Scrap Crazy and just do a whole load of these, then you only need 2 fabrics. So half meter heavens would be the way to go. Let's show you those, because, you know, oh, we got a few. But before you get really excited, some of these there's only like 2 or 3 of, okay? So, where to begin? William Morris Flowering Scroll. We've never had this. Is that not beautiful? Yes, I think it is. And I love that this looks metallic. It's not, but it looks like it might be. So we put it with the very last of our very, very handy neutral salt batiks. So you can have half a metre of this one, half a metre of that together for just $9.99. I think that that is a fabulous one. I think I've only got 12 of those, and then that's it. That's that one gone. Now, way a little bit of K facet in there. Yep, the lotuses. These are all on the website, by the way, so you can have a proper look at the colour. But yes, yes, yes. This is your lotus leaf and lime with raspberry. Beautiful. Now, I've got 10 of those, so you're all right on that for a minute. I've got 10 of those. And I've also got 10 of these, which is your wisteria grey. Let me put it the right way up. This is your wisteria in grey, but we have put it, ooh, nice. Yeah. Gorgeous. 10 of those. Now, what about your Lewis and Irene rose gold metallic stars? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And we've put that with rose because it's just so pretty. So you could be making stars with the stars and it would be gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So there's that option. Now what about this? This is by Shannon Newlin. I love Shannon Newlin stuff. We've got Smarfs in this in a navy. In the navy. And then look at that with it. Yes, it's just gorgeous. But yeah, and I've not seen it in this colourway before at all. So I was super excited to get that. Now, I've only got 2 of these. I don't know where I found them. I don't know where they're hiding. But only 2 of your K Facet, Brandon Mabley, octopuses. And we've picked up that blue. Yeah. Like I say, only 2 of those. And that's the thing with the half meter heavens. We use it to, you know, if there's anything kind of left off bolts or bolt ends or anything like that. Look at these little chaps. Aren't they gorgeous? These are your rainbow elephants. So we had to have a bit of a gorgeous grey to go with these. Again, this is from Lewis and Irene. I love their stuff. Just beautiful. These are all just $9.99 for those 2 sets of meters, 2 sets of fabric, half meters. So the thing behind this, oh, I love this one too, is I wanted you to get to know different designers, have a go with fabrics where you didn't feel guilty for buying it, it wasn't going to break the bank, and then you get to increase your stash with really usable, look at that, isn't that beautiful? Who's this by? Joel Dewberry, there you go. With really usable fabrics, really good usable sizes. It hasn't broken the bank. You've got amazing quality fabrics, and because it's so hard to get plains and get plains that match, that's it. I've got 2 of these. This is your Grand Illusion. I only have 2 of those. There was such a mad rush, and somewhere in all the rush 2 got left behind and didn't get loaded. Right, I'm going to put that first bundle to one side. Now, more William Morris, ladies and gents. William Morris with your navy. I won't sing it at you again, I promise. I've only got 2 of those. That's what I mean. Sometimes these are really limited. That's why people stay up late. Now, how about this? I love a bit of Joel Dewberry. It's beautiful, beautiful Happy Fabrics. There we go. This is your Atrium. Loving that. I've only got 1 of those. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, Philip Jacobs. Yes. We have never had this Philip Jacobs on the show before. Not in this colourway. Nuh-uh-uh. And if I show you it so that you can get a better idea, because a lot of these you'll have seen before, but this one, yeah, it's got beautiful movement in it, hasn't it? And we have put that with, again, last of our batiks. There. Love it. I love green and purple together. It's just beautiful. I don't know how many of those I've got. Oh, only a couple. There you go. Be quick on that one if you want that one. So this is the sort of thing that we do for our half meter heavens each week. It's always worth having a look. There are some still on the website, and if you're going for the Lucky Dip half meter heaven or long quarter scrap bags, it's leftover ones of these that I suddenly looked on the website. I was like, oh my goodness, we've got like 92 different half meter heavens listed. And people just don't scroll all the way down to the bottom. So I just took out the ones that were at the bottom that nobody ever gets to actually see and just put them in your Lucky Dip bags. So it's all this quality of fabric just in double pair, and they're $14.99. So if you want to know what you're getting, go for these. If you don't mind a little surprise, maybe add in long quarters. Long quarters, you will get 8 long quarters in your Lucky Dip bag, which would do these perfectly. Or if you want to do things like this with the duos, then maybe grab some of those. I have also got today, and I've only got 3 of these. This is your geodes in pink, and we've put it with grey. So that is another option. Oh, Tina Givens, look at these. These are rather gorgeous too. Tina Givens is fast becoming one of my favourites. I do love the way that I can put this sort of colour with it and have it fresh and really beautiful. So I can put in mint with it. And mint, let's be honest. Hang on a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. You see, these are the happy accents that I love. Look, I've just thrown that on there. I had not noticed that there was green in there. Right, I might have been going for that and the Tina Givens to get that minty colour. Now, what about this? I mean, this would be gorgeous for bag making, wouldn't it? Lovely great big print like that. Line it with that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we've got that. Would you like to steal the elephants? Inga's come to steal elephants. And then I've got just literally a handful of the wisteria orange. Ha ha ha. And I'll see if I can get some more of these. That is your wisteria. Yeah, that's what we've done there. And again, I've only got 2 of those. That's all I've got. Now this is Shell Rummel. Love a bit of Shell Rummel too. She always has a beautiful soft palette that she uses. And with this one, I absolutely loved it with that beautiful charcoaly grey that's got a softness to it because it's a salt batik. Again, that's the last of those salt batiks. We've got this is why it was perfect to pair it with some of these, because you know they're gorgeous. Now Amy Butler, I've only got one of these, and let's be honest, Amy Butler is now becoming very sought after because she's not designing anymore. So that's your Amy Butler option. Have to say though, I've just seen, oh, that was your paisley from yesterday. That would look rather gorgeous, wouldn't it? This is why I love things to be next to each other and you just get those happy little hints and accidents. Now this is Anna Maria Horner. Yeah, I just went for a shade darker. Loving that. You see, you sort of look at it and you're not sure if they're leaves or butterflies or quite what they are, but it's rather gorgeous. So they are your half-metre heaven options, plus whatever else is still on the website. Do take a good rummage through, have a look. Like I say, these are normally loaded and go live at midnight Thursday morning, but because Thursday is Christmas, I don't expect you to be thinking about half meters on Christmas Day. So that's why I've done that for you today. All right, let's get the bells out the way. That we got there. Righty-ho. So let's talk about how we're going to make these and using the Scrap Crazy. Now, lots of different ways to play with these. And I just had a little play putting those together. If any of you have used Creative Grids before, then you will know that you don't ever throw away the packaging. I had a lovely a message from someone the other day. Should I throw away my packaging? And then you say don't. So I had to message a friend of mine who I knew had the same and get them to photocopy the instructions and send them across. It's like, okay. It happens. This is what I mean when I say don't throw away your instructions. Mine are really crumpled because I've used them and used them and used them. But this is your crazy rate. So for this, you get 5 different templates and they all go together. A treat. This works beautifully off a 10-inch square. So maybe you've got some layer cakes left over. Maybe you've got some long quarters. This is why I cut stuff into long quarters, because it's so handy. Step-by-step guide, and then this is your Crazy Cakes quilt pattern that's in there as well, all in there. So Emily's snuggle blanket that I just showed you is half of that. I got around to finishing off half of it. And again, it was just that I didn't put the big thick border around the edge. I'll show you that again in a minute. But you've got full instructions as to how to put all of that together. That's a serving suggestion. You don't have to. We'll show you other ways in a minute. This is the beautiful thing, and that's how it will look when it's done. So, what are you going to do? Well, first of all, you're going to cut or get out your layer cakes, so your 10-inch squares. If you've got a rotating cutting mat, great. I still need to order some more. Must remember to order some more. And then you can layer them up. What I would say is best press them first. And I've just about run out, so I'm going to put another one in there. Whee! It just makes such a difference because you're going to be cutting on the bias with these. fine, HP. Nobody noticed. It's fine. You are in a proper deep sleep, aren't you? So yeah, best pressed. I had already best pressed and done that, but you know, let's just mop that up. La 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 la. And had a quick press. Smells gorgeous, actually. That's the tea rose. It's beautiful. There we go. Right, that was easily sorted, wasn't it? I've never had a spill cleared up so fast in my life. Righty-ho. So, oh no, it's on there as well. What you're going to do is layer up your fabrics. So I've already done one colourway. What I thought I would do is, using the new Lewis and Irene collection, I thought I would alternate different colourways. And the block that I showed you took a 10-inch square of 5 fabrics to get, I keep putting it somewhere really useful, to get that is a 10-inch square of 5 fabrics. Now I'm not doing this in the way that they did the quilt pattern. Oh, hello. But look, that's half of the quilt pattern without the big thick sashing around the edge. So that's going to be quite a big size. I think it's 50 something by 74 inches. If you want to do that, it's a great scrap buster. Great scrap buster. So layer up your fabrics. Now, if you feel at all worried about cutting through layers, then, you know, only do like a couple at a time. If you're not worried, then don't. Oh, I love this one. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So is everybody ready for Christmas? Because I'm really not. Well, sort of and not. And then me elephants. I kind of feel like I've got a bit of an elephant thing going on today. I obviously managed to press a crease into that. Well done, me. This reminds me actually of a beautiful rosewood block stamp I've got. Gorgeous. So, the other thing is, just spin this. Oh, why are you not spinning on your spinny thing? Hang on a minute. What's going on here? Get on your spinny bit. Spinning thing. There we go. Right, so when you've piled them up, like so, you have, the very first instruction is to cut from two inches here up to 6 3/4 there, in a line, obviously in a line. So that's my 2-inch marker there, 6 3/4 inches there. And we're all good. And then you take out your templates and they sit very nicely into these areas like so. That one goes up there. All of this is in your instructions, okay, which means there is very, very, very little waste when you come to cut these. So I'm just going to move those to there and we'll cut these to start off with. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is this one. And I'm just going to cut away there, move that to there. and then just work my way round, cutting everything. Now you'll notice there are some funny little notchy bits to cut, and that is absolutely fine, because that is going to line everything up for you beautifully. That's your waste from that bit. And then what I tend to do is just put them in a pile so I know what I'm doing. Now this one here was my D template. Now I tend to center it. You can go right to the edges, but I tend to just center it, because then if anything's moved at all and any of the fabric, like if my top fabric is overlapping anything else, then I'm all good. A rotating cutting mat is so useful. This morning it was still in my car. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't bother to if I go and find my keys and go and get it. So I did it without, and that was equally fine. That is all you waste of that. Okay. So this is super easy cutting. Next up, we are these three. Okay. Now you can see some of these are bigger than others. So what I'm going to make sure I do, right, I'm going to cut that all the way off. Put that to one side and just trim around there. Whee! But these little bits here are so super important, because that is going to help you line everything up. So take your time to cut these really accurately. We're not exactly racking up the waist here, are we? Let's be honest. Right, so my next bit is here, and that's this big piece here. So I'm going to line, again, that up. Pop that, whoop. Pop that bit to one side, and then just focus on getting this one right. So it's methodical. I really enjoy cutting these, I have to say, because when you actually start to sew, it all just comes together so nicely. So that's that block, and then I've just got these now to cut. So here they are, and if they've just come a little bit unaligned, just take that time to just pile them up one on top of the other nicely. Or just place it right in the middle so that you know you've got that wiggle room. Now these pieces, they are like all of your creative grids. They've got that inbuilt non-slip grip. Okay, so you can see these are not wiggling around anywhere. And also these are just great. If you wanted to make one with every single 10-inch square that was different, grab a scrap bag, you know, go through your scraps, see what you've got left. Did I already do that? Yeah, there we go. So that is that last one cut. Out of that 10 inches of fabric, of 5 fabrics, That's the waist. That is it. That's it, done. Okay, so now we can pop that away. What we're going to do now is this. Okay. Now, what you've got is this. This is the first lot that I cut. It's close to hand. So start there, keep that one as it is. Move on to the next one. Now you know you've got 5 pieces here. Take the top one, put it underneath. This one, take the top 2, put it underneath. This one down here, take 1, 2, 3, pop it underneath. And with this one, just take the last one off the bottom and put it on the top. That's the easiest way around to do it. Now, as you take one off the top, each time you are going to have a different combination every time. Every time. It's just glorious. I absolutely love this. So that's what we're going to do. And let's have a little look. Anything I need to know before we carry on? Are we all good? We're all good. Oh, Becky says that her long quarters are amazing, just beautiful. Well, thank you. Oh, Ali's got to go. Bye. Got a crazy busy day. I don't think you're alone in that. Right. I used my Natasha Make scrap bag to make a quilt top. Just need to back and quilt. Oh, okay. So if you need quilt backing tomorrow, I managed to get some bargain K-Facet backing fabrics for you. They're end of bolt, so there's like 1.5 meters or whatever of K-Facet backing fabrics. Beautiful, really beautiful. So watch tomorrow. That's on Jane's show tomorrow. Right. So the very first thing we're going to do is chain piece. So we take that one there. And we put it on top of that one. And I'm going to go to here to show you. Okay. So it was sitting, wasn't it? Like that. Flip one onto the other. Now this is why we've got these little bits there. Because, so from there, that flips to there. And then you just line everything up. This is the magic of it. So you can see here, that is going to sit perfectly onto there, onto that corner. It sits in that angle, absolutely perfectly. And again, that corner there, the dog ears have gone, it's been cut, so you know exactly how to do it and exactly how to cut it. It's all been cut for you and you know exactly how to sew it. Now all that leaves for me to do is to make sure that my machine is on 1/4 inch. Oh, bless you, HP. You can pin it if you want, but I've got mine lined up. I haven't pinned a single one of these this morning. And just line the edge of that foot up. And that's it. And as I go through, I'm then going to take the next one, line it up, right sides together, line up those corner edges, and I know I'm good. I know I'm good. Now I can't remember in the instructions of this if it says to stitch with a scant 1/4 inch. Now if that is the case, you have 2 options. You can either move your needle across one, if it says what width of stitch, just move it over one, or if you have, you see I never bother because I've got my pressing mat. So I never bother with a scant anything because it gives me such a crisp seam. Never bother with it. But I know that about my pressing mat. If you don't have one of my pressing mats and you're just going on a normal ironing mat, then use a scant 1/4 of an inch. And I'm just chain piecing. If you want to chain piece these, oh Inga, what have you got for me, my lovely?
Some bundles.
Bundles! I love a good bundle. What did you find? What did you find? Oh! Oh, nice. Well, that's teasing, isn't it? Looking at the floor and go, oh, not nice. Love your bundle there. Ooh. All loaded and ready to go. Amazing. I'm going to show you those in a minute. This is why I have an ace team. I adore them. I just adore them. When I first started Natasha Makes, stuff like that I just had to do myself. And if it wasn't done in time for the show, there just wasn't time to do it. But since we've been on air, Inga and Jane have gone through, found fabrics that work with those elephants. They've taken photographs of it. They've sent it across to SJ, and SJ will have loaded them for me on the page. And it just, this is what I mean. Like, I couldn't do this without the team. I just couldn't. And I am so grateful for them every day. They're just amazing. And you can't have a grumpy day because they won't let you. Like, I know everybody has grumpy days, but by the time that everyone's in and we've all had a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and some cake or something, it's all good. It's all good. Right, last one to chain stitch, and I will show you where we are at. Now, all of these Lewis and Irene fabrics are available cut to order. So if you see one that you really, really love, then go for it. Please be aware that we close on Thursday, so last orders go out on Wednesday, otherwise it'll be into the new year. Right, so I've got bunting. Woohoo, I've got bunting. I'm going to snip those threads. I'm being really careful to keep these in order. All right, the half pine, you just sit there, love. Don't worry about it. Set my steam and then get that in, nudge it across, and it's just perfect. And then I'm going to pop it face down. I'm going to get next one. Press, set those stitches in, nudge across. There we go. And just get into a routine with it. Oh, these are gorgeous. Because what we'll do in a minute, so set the seam and then face down. There's a reason why we're doing it like this, okay? Because this is where I get myself in a bit of a twit otherwise. So they are in order as they came off the machine. First one stitched was the first one pressed, then like that. Then I flip the whole lot. Then from this pile, I then take the next one, and so on and so forth. So let's just do that. And I'll show you how. So these are the ones that we've just done, and look, done perfectly. And we're on biases and all sorts of things there. This piece flips across, and look, instantly sitting perfectly on that corner, that funny little notch that I had to cut out, and it is absolutely perfect up to this angle along there. The hard work is done for you. If you take the time to cut these and cut these well, you're going to be absolutely fine. So this is something that we were saying yesterday, that my skills as a quilter, as a sewer, sewist, whatever you want to call it. Do you know why, actually? I digress. But do you know why the magazines call you sewists rather than sewers? Because sewers looks like sewer. So they don't. That's why they call you sewists. I remember the magazines telling us that when we started at Sewing Quarter. I was like, what? That's actually a thing? They're like, yep. And if you've got that 1/4 of an inch white, I'll show you where these come off. They just come off perfectly on the 1/4 inch. It goes on absolutely on the edge, the apex of that triangle at the top, very top of it. And as it comes down, it comes off right on that tip. It is so clever. Just so clever. So all I'm doing when you can't see anything is just aligning. And as I bring this to the sewing machine, there is a long edge here. And I'm just making sure that the edge of my foot is just lining up there. So I'm not having to line up any funny edges or anything like that. We are all good to then just go. And off we are. Off we go. And you see these blocks come together. We will have done, in a minute or two, 5 blocks to then put together, and we'll have another run. All done and dusted, ready to go. But the thing with this is trying to find one with a different colour. So I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Oh, you can see from the thread. You're coming off right on that tip. That's your 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so again, you've got your bunting from your chain piecing. We're just going to snip and press. Add the next 2 on. So again, just get into that habit. Press and then flick away. Then put it face down. Press, flick away, face down. Press, flick away, face down. And if you stick to the rhythm, then you'll keep everything in order, and then you'll have each fabric will be different. And that's kind of the key with this. So we've got that pile then there, ready to go with that. And now with these, all you're going to do is flip that one onto that one, like so. Try not to pick up 2. And then just stitch down that straight line there. And again, we will repeat this. We want that angle. There we go. So I'm not having to worry about anything as long as I know that one is lined up on the other and this line here is straight, then we are good to go. But this is why prepping with your best press spray first is a very wise thing to do. So flip it across, take it to your machine, line it up. And again, all those angles just line up beautifully. Sometimes I just want that methodical sewing. and I love the versatility of this. I love that this morning I've made a cushion. I'm partway through a quilt with gorgeous, gorgeous fabrics. And I love that I think I know what I'm going to do. That star square, I think I'm going to do as a corner block. So I'll do some really wide sashing on this and then have that as a corner block. And that will be amazing. And I'll do each one in a different colour. Oh, yeah. Because you get to use your fabrics that you bought them because you love them. You bought them because you love the quality, you love the colours, you love all of that. And if you're ever just sitting there going, I don't know what to make with them, something like this is just perfect. Absolutely perfect. There we go. Last one. So we've cut these from scratch. We've sewn them together. I've got one last line of stitching to do on all of these and we're good. We're good. Tomorrow, Jane has got a beautiful quilt for you. Can't remember, I think it might be that one that we're doing tomorrow. I'll have to check, won't I? I put the small one on top. Now, the beauty of this is that there are no perfect points on this at all. So there's no worrying about whether or not your points are going to meet or anything like that. So this is, I know it looks a bit scary sometimes. As long as you have starched your fabric, best press your fabric before you go so it doesn't stretch when you're sewing it, because you've cut through the warp and the weft, so you've cut on a bias, then you are absolutely good to go. And this could be your very first one that you've ever made. And it might be that you do all of these I don't know if you've noticed on the cushion, I did these so that you've got like a kite coming in for those stars. You might want to, when you're sewing these, cut those so that they are all the same colour and then everything else is scrappy around it. You've got that option too. Which is great. Right, I've put all of those face down in order. There they go. So now I just have to marry up the top and the bottom. Any questions before we go? Are we all good? Are we all good? I use a very scant 1/4 inch seam on my husband's mat. The 6-inch blocks came out nearly 8-inch square. Less work for me, fewer blocks for the size I wanted. Well, there you go. Oh, there you go. Helen says, after buying these crazy grids from you, I've had so much fun with them. That's excellent. The Scrap Crazy 6-inch, I haven't got, that's not coming in until the new year. I have part fat quarters and bits have been cut out for masks, so thinking I could use them and just mix it all up. Do it! Do it! What I find is that we all have favourite colours, and so we tend to have colourways that we go for that are just our kind of taste. So a lot will just mix in and merge and just be fabulous. If you're going to use the quilt pattern on there, then it gives you areas for your eye to rest. That's why you've got the grey kind of bits of sashing here and there, so that you can create patterns, but you also get time for your eye to go, that's okay. If you want to use that quilt pattern, or maybe you just want to do cushions and whatnot with it, with what you've got left over, it's completely up to you. Can someone tell me what thread Jane recommended last week, please? I can't find it on the website. Laurie, it was the Metla thread, and I'm going to have to, I think it's sold out, so I will get some more. Do you guys, actually that's a good question. Do you want more of that Metla, and would you like other colours in it? Obviously, we've got our beautiful Aurifil ones up on the dresser there, which make gorgeous gifts. But if you want more Metla, then I can certainly get more Metla for you. No problem at all. So then you just flip top onto bottom And look, once again, that end bit lines up beautifully there. This end bit lines up beautifully there. So all that you need to do is make sure that that end bit is aligned and start your sewing. Hang on, that's if your foot hasn't travelled. And to be honest, I managed to do mine this morning with a giant baby Great Dane. She is only a baby, Margot. She was in here with me again. She's studio dog in training. Maud is in season and does not like other bitches at the moment, so we're keeping them apart. So lovely Margot has been in here, and you know, that's fine, but she was busy. She was busy this morning at 5:30 catching flies in the studio. There was one right in the corner over there. Could she get at it? Oh, no. Was she determined to get it? Yeah, she was. She really was. There's nothing less dainty, let me tell you, than a 12-stone Great Dane trying to catch flies and a rather messy sewing studio. It was fun. I don't wish to really repeat that. And then she stole one of the Tilda toys, took its legs off and took it to bed and snuggled it a bit. You know, that is my life in a nutshell, basically. So I'm now going to have to sew those legs back on. Oh, now, talking Tilda toys, we will very soon be getting the brand new Tilda collection, and I've got the lot and her brand new chambrays, and the chambrays are gorgeous for toy making as well. But I know that some of you just like to make, you know, clothes and stuff like that. So what I've got, and I will put it up on the website when we get the new Tilda fabrics, but occasionally she does her toys ready-made. So if you don't fancy making the toy, but you fancy making some clothes for grandkids or whatever, I've got it all. I've got dogs and cats. So yeah, I can, I will load those at some point so that they're on the website if you want to get ahead, and then you can just make lovely clothes for them. And Tilda does lots of patterns for clothes for free on Tilda's World, and she's also started doing the patterns for all the toys for free as well. So when we get that chambray fabric in, it's a slightly lighter weight chambray than the toy making fabric that she normally uses, but my goodness, it is beautiful. So we've got all of this coming in the new year. Now, I mentioned on Facebook about doing a Kaffe Facet subscription. So you get 5 half meters of Kaffe Facet fabric every other month. It will work out about 20 quid a month. And then every other month you get sent 5 half meters. And they will be in a colour bundle that goes. And it will be a limited number of subscriptions that we can do, just because of what fabric I can guarantee and get hold of. I've got the first 2 lots of fabric in the warehouse ready. So in the new year as well, that will be another thing that we will get you details for. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about is asking whether or not the Tilda lovers amongst you would like a similar Tilda based club where we can start to build up your stash of not even so much the pattern fabrics, but almost the plains, because the plains are the ones that are the really hard ones to get hold of. And I've got a lot of them now. I've been collecting for you for the new year. But plains and chambrays. I could do the patterns as well if you wanted. But they're kind of the easier ones to get hold of. So if that's something that you would like, because it's nice to have fabric of all the same quality, I always think. We've only gone and done it. Look at these. then yeah, just pop a little message below if you'd be interested in a Cave subscription or a Tilda subscription, or if there's anybody else that you would like a subscription for, because I know this idea has sort of come about. Sorry, HP, because some of you have said, look, it's really unfair if we're working and we miss out on stuff, and I totally get that. So if you have a favourite designer and you would like a subscription, then so that you can build your stash, they will work out about, if it's for 5.5 meters, it's going to work out, like I say, about £20 a month, and then you get 75 every other month. We're just sorting out the final details on it all, but just let me know if that would be of interest. The other thing is, I know that a lot of you love our scrap bags, because I mean, you look at all of these fabrics that we've had, there will be scraps left over, whether it's the end of the bolts, whether it's whatever's been left over from these projects, whatever it is that goes into those. We get all sorts. I know that Helen managed to make an entire scarf from the scarf offcuts. And you were very cunning about that, very clever about that, in one of my favourite fabrics. And so they're, you know, they are a thing. So that's another option. And it's really just to help those of you that feel like sometimes you miss out because you've got to work or something like that. So just let me know if there's any kind of subscription so that you know you're going to get it. If it's something that you buy anyway, but you kind of come to and go, oh, I missed it again, then let me know. Just let me know. Right, so that is those done. How quick do they come together? Ah, just beautiful. So when I put these together, there's lots of different ways in which you can do it. Each block is different. So you could, I mean, you really can just go completely, doesn't matter what scrap you want. Or you could look at, so with the cushion, I looked at bringing these kite patterns in together. Now sometimes that means that that's going to move into that. Do I want that? Yes, no, who knows? But you've got enough, if you don't want that to match, that you can move it around so that nothing flows into the next, or maybe everything flows into the next. But certainly you can have a good play, see what, take a photo of it, step away from it, see what gets thrown up for you. Now with this one, the way that I did it, and I will sew this one in the same way, so it's the same sort of fabrics. I did it so that this section here ran into that corner bit there. So I would put that there. And that was the pattern that I kept to, and it just gave me a continuation into the next block. So for this one, I'm going to take that one there. I'm going to look for that fabric in the corner, takes me to there. And then that fabric takes me to there. And that was just how I wanted to bring in that order as I went through. And then how I place them together. So then I have the question of, okay, so do I want to do this? Move this across. Do I want to do this so that I put a strip of plain in between? But what happens if I do this? Well, then I start to get almost a pinwheel going on. So if I put those together, that starts to bring in a whole different pattern. And then I can either repeat with these exact same fabrics in the exact same order, but when we cut these earlier, I stacked the fabrics in a different order. So you'll get slightly different blocks. So then I could do my slightly different blocks down here. And so you can build up, or if I want to put a strip of sashing down the middle to break it up, give the eye a little bit of chance to breathe, then I absolutely can. But what I've started to get is the picking up of these beautiful metallics in here with that beautiful metallic in there. I've made sure that with each one, I've got very similar fabrics. So I've got an elephant there, metallic, metallic, paisley, paisley, peacock feather, and then the flower there, but just in different colorways. So you've got that continuity of color, pattern. They're all of a palette and just moving through. Or you can do every single one different and really mishmash it. It doesn't matter. This is if you want, hey look, it's entirely up to you. This is your quilt. And then, or if you want to make it into a cushion, like I said before, it's entirely up to you. They are great fun. And that strip, 10-inch squares of each of the 5 fabrics. Same with this one. If you've got your William Morris layer cake or anything like that left, then, you know, have a go with those. Go through your scraps, have a go. Oh, here we go. Let's have a look. So let's see what the team have come up with. We asked for elephant fabric, loving this. So we have got here, what have we got? Pomegranate, orange and yellow. Oh, that's got a yellow batik in there. Nice. So that's what they've come up with to go with those elephants. Now remember, if you've already placed your order, you can message info@Natasha Makes if you want to, you know, pop that in your basket as well and you've already checked out, and SJ will adjust your postage for you so that you're not paying double bubble on that. Oh, nice! Very nice. Oh, I love what they've done here. Yeah. So they are, oh yeah, very nice, very nice. They are your complementary fabrics to go there. These are loaded now and on the website. Bless them. Love my team, love my team. And then the very last one, ooh, is here. There are your elephants. Ooh, very good. Oh, look at that paprika. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. A lovely fresh green in there as well. They are your options. And then, of course, they're all going to be pulled together with your jingly bells if you're going for your jingly bells as well. Yeah, I think that's about it today. I'm still going to work on getting you that that little gadgety tool thing. So many things to play with. But you'll see all the fabric on the side down here. This was all just offcuts from doing these. So have a look at the scrap bags, have a look at the long quarter bags, have a look at the half-meter heavens. Oh! Now was I going to show you how to do the kite? That's it. Oh! How did I nearly forget that? We're not done yet. No. Oof. Right, I'll finish that off later. Yeah. So. Right, grab yourself. Ooh, I'm going to go with, the elephants and the this and this. And you are going to need your A and your C in order to do this block. Now, you've got here, if you want to do, you've got 4-inch finish, 3-inch finish, 2-inch finish. I'm going to go for the very biggest size. And again, you've got all of those different sizes to line them up against. with that ruler as well. Now I'm going to do this as the middle kite bit. So I'm going to cut myself a sneaky strip. I'm going to best press it first, because again we are cutting across the bias. Well, we nearly went. Knew there was something else I meant to do. This is what's so fab about the creative grids. You really don't want to move for anything, do you there, HP? It's all right. You just chillax. Right. So I'm going to cut myself a strip. Now I'm going to measure how deep that is. So if I measure there to there, 6.5 inch strip will do it. So come on, my little stripology. Let's make sure that we get that nice and accurate. So a 6.5 inch strip. Oh, into that scrap. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, let's open this out. Stroking the pretty fabric. And line that right up in that corner there. I've cut that way too big, never mind. There and there. Spin around. And there. Number one. You only need 4 of these. I really didn't measure that right. It should have been 5.5, shouldn't I? I've put an extra inch on there that I just didn't need. Hey ho. So I'm just lining this top edge up along there. Like so. Cut up there. Cut that little bit. There we are. Spin it around. Spin, spin, spin. Does anybody need a rotating cutting mat? Because I'll put an order in for some more if you do. Just let me know. Again, that will probably go out now after Christmas. It's number 2. So you just want to make sure you're always cutting away from yourself. That's the biggie. There we go. They are my 4 pieces, and again that goes into scrap. Now with the next one, there we go. So you see they will form that bit like so. Beautiful. And then my gorgeous elephants here, let's give those a little bit of a best press as well. Did we decide if we wanted more metler thread? Do you know what? I'm wondering if I should rebrand these pressing mats as cat beds because there's always a cat on these. And she's just purring. I don't know if you can hear her. I'll find it's just sitting there purring. She's purred through this whole show once she woke up. Just having a little purr, aren't you? Hey, you funny little sausage. What a lovely hour. I've just had my scrap bag arrived on Friday and long 8.5 metre lucky dips yesterday, all washed last night and ironed this morning while watching the demo. So satisfying. Oh, Ginny, enjoy. My scrap bag was a beautiful piece of double jersey, yep, in navy with silvery stripes on one side and teeny stars on the reverse. Perfect for, perfect for a skirt for my 6-year-old granddaughter. I now think it would make a super top for me, but cannot find it on the website. Any pointers much appreciated. Oh gosh, I'll have a look. I think I know which one you mean, but I'll have a good old look for that. And what else? Metler, yes please. And more colours would be great. Okay, yeah, Metler would be fine. Oh, Laurie's just found someone else that has the same name. Which is great. Leanne says, eek, new Tilda. Yep. Tilda, oh yes, love Cave. You'd love a Tilda club. Yes, please, to Tilda subscription. And can you inquire about Tilda club for the UK? Inquire about what? What exactly do you mean? I don't understand. Am I being really thick? Inquire about a Tilda club for the UK. We could make a Tilda club for the UK, or if there is one. I know there's quite an active Australian one, but if there isn't a Tilda club UK, I'll just message Tuna and talk to her and her husband about it and see if they would mind if we set one up for here. It's easy enough to do. We can do that. Can you believe it's nearly a year since I went to interview her? I was so nervous. I had so many people saying, are you sure you've got an interview with Tuna? Tuna Fernange is Tilda. And it got to the stage like, well, yeah, it's all set up. Like, yeah, haven't I? Yeah, I thought I had. Was pretty sure I did. Now, obviously, not so sure. And panicking slightly, but yeah, all was good, and she was just so lovely. Her and her husband were such good company. She is shy, and she does just love to stay on her little island, doing what she does. I totally get that. I doubt that she will have noticed lockdown, to be honest, because she's probably just, sitting on her island, going, "It's all right." It's all right. I haven't noticed a difference, thanks. And how lovely that is. Righty-ho. So what I'm going to do is just line up that edge there and make sure that I've got a nice square end. But I don't know, just messing with it. Is that what you meant in terms of a Tilda UK club? Because we can do anything. We can do anything we want. We can start something. Why not? Why not? It only needs someone to go, let's do this, and away we go. Okay, so I've doubled up this fabric, right sides together or wrong sides together, just so long as they're not going to go the same way. And again, round we go. So I am going to be cutting 2 layers at once. Again, that's completely fine. So there's one set. And then why did I just, when you just go, why did I just do that? Why did I just line up beautifully a straight edge to then not cut it? Sometimes just sometimes I do worry about myself. Like, what was I thinking? I clearly wasn't thinking, was I? There we go. So if there were to be a Tilda Club, how would you see that being a thing? I don't know if there already is one, actually. I honestly don't know. But let's find out, shall we? And if you had a Tilda subscription, would you want it with the patterned fabric, or would you just want like the plains and the chambrays and like the buttons and all those those other things that are harder to get hold of sometimes? That is my question to you. You might have already answered it, but obviously, you know, I'm cutting. Now you just want to do this 4 times. That's that done. And then what I do, and this is just because I don't want to get stuff wrong, I lay them all out. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are already in pairs. You've already cut these in pairs. So all you need to do is go, right, how does this work? And I've completely forgotten. Is that going to be there? And that going to be there? I'll have a look. But basically, it's going to go one either side, like so. There we are. And then all you need do, there you go, see. They are all there, ready to go. So on the first one, you're going to flip it across. And again, where those bits, they're all going to line up so beautifully for you. And I'm going to chain stitch down each single one of these. Right, let's have a look. What I'm going... There's someone there. She's gone, I've just spent ages looking for Jane and Natasha on a Wednesday, and then it dawned on me, it's Tuesday. Yeah. I don't think you're alone in not knowing what day of the week, month, or anything it is. We're going to a panto on Thursday. I'm so excited. Love a good panto. It's they're doing near us. I don't know. I think they're doing this all over the country. And I'm really excited to support the arts on this, because poor actors, they've had such a tough time of it. And it's basically, it's in a car park at the Rico Arena. And I think instead of he's behind you, you just honk your horn a bit. That's going to be a little bit loud and noisy. But it's like drive-in movies, but with actors on a stage, and I think they've got big screens. And I just thought, what a great idea. I'm going to be all over that. Very excited indeed for that. Because as soon as we come off air tomorrow, Christmas starts. Yay! Poor Freddie, he keeps saying, can we do it? I'm like, look, Wednesday, midday, yes. It's exciting. Here we are. So just wanted to show you how easy these are, because kites can be something, they can be a bit tricky, not gonna lie. But again, this time, because they're all exactly the same, you don't have to worry about keeping them in any kind of order. But press back. Now, if you want seams, You can, if you want, press one way, one the other. I repressed if there was something that I felt really needed to knit because I couldn't quite get my head around it. But yeah, everything matched perfectly. It was all good. And this is the real game changer for me, is having the creative grids, because stuff is accurate. And so I wasted so much fabric before I had creative grids. I was really nervous to cut. Stuff just didn't cut well, and stuff moved. Now, what you will notice, move to there, here, is that all sorts of stuff happens down here. Don't worry. Line up there, everything is lined up there. This end bit here is going to line up and go across to there, and as you sew down, I'll show you what happens. So you can either flip it and stitch from the other way, or stitch from there, and as long as you might want to flip it and stitch from the other side. Oh, did you get your Dukey bobbins, by the way? I did. I ordered a whole load more. They'll be coming to me, and then we're all good to go. But it did, gosh, didn't it make a difference yesterday? Just having the right bobbins. I'd never really realised it was just a stark contrast, wasn't it, between flipping between the two. In my younger days, I would just wing stuff and then wonder why it just didn't work so well. And as I get older, I realise that actually, no, the right tools for the job just make everything go a lot smoother and lead to less wastage, less disappointment, just the whole shebang is a lot easier. And I'm not gripping, I'm not pinning, you can. But I just know it's going to come off at exactly that right point, which is just great. And that's all credit to Creative Grids for really knowing their stuff. Rachel and her mum Sheila and her team of people just know she gets the best quilters in the industry to create these things, and designs herself. So absolute kudos to her. And that's why these are an absolute winner every time. We heart them muchly. There we go. Sometimes I just put my finger on the end, and then I know we're going in the right direction. And what you'll notice is that we come off right on that tip. Can you see? Right there. Every single time. And I don't know, without the Creative Grids, if you could honestly say that you come off so accurately every time. I just don't know. I don't think I could. I honestly don't think I could. And your bottom is going to be fine. So, Love Children Cave, that would be hard to choose between for the ditherers. Oh, not the ditherers. Now, Geraldine, what you will notice is that will measure 1/2 inch. Don't go cutting that back. Don't go chopping that off. That is going to be 1/2 inch, so that when you sew everything else up, that will give you a perfect point. But look at that. How gorgeous is that? Crisp, perfect. Let's just quickly press the other ones, and we can see it coming to life before our very eyes. which is just fab. I love the fact that we have fabric ditherers. Cave, please, large, please. Cave, Tilda would be fabulous, mix of plains and prints. Right, will do. As soon as ordered the template, very good, very good. Beautiful elephant fabrics, yes. All about the elephants today, it would appear. There we go. But mixing with a bit of bling. Have a bit of bling. I finally made a Julia top with it, pattern and fabric, lovely. Are we on next week? So Susan, next week we've done some pre-recorded shows. We're not selling you anything next week. We are just going to have a little chat with the team. Because I'm very aware, I stand here and chat about SJ, who, if you've ever sent her an email, if you ever have queried anything or said, oh, could you combine my postage, that's info@natashamakes.com, and that's SJ on the end of that email, and she is brilliant at sorting stuff out, and oh, look at that, and getting everything sorted for you. Those points meet perfectly. Can we hang on, can we just have a moment? Oh, no, not that moment. Wrong moment. That ruined it, didn't it? No, come on. Come on. Okay, I'll get there. It better be worth it. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Now, you see, when that's all stitched together, I can already see that all of those points come in absolutely perfectly, as they did for this one here as well. So you might choose to have yourself a quilt with just all of those blocks from your leftover fabric. If you've gone for a long quarter, this is what you can do with what you've got left over from your long quarter. So again, if you've gone for the long quarter scrap bags, this is the sort of thing that you can do. Absolutely perfect. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, pre-recorded shows next week. Let me just see. We will have a little look. Okay. All Tilda fabric and Nick Jacks. What's Nick Jacks? Don't know what that is. What's a Nick Jack? Tilda, please could it be 1 month plains and the other month patterns? Oh, Martine, raising the bar. Yeah, why not? A mix of plain and pattern Tilda from the same set. Yeah, Laurie, well, that's just it, isn't it? It's getting it from the same set. You're quite right. If you're doing a Tilda and Cave alternate months, then we can do both. Win-win. I was going to spread the payments so that you just paid a smaller amount each month just to spread it for you, and then you received your fabric every other month. If that works for you, or just let me know. Elizabeth, oh no, you're not. Yes, I am going to. I would love anything Tilda, buttons, extra fabric, pattern, plains, patterns, anything, please, says Michelle. Yes, all right. And then you've just gone off onto a whole panto situation. Michelle's had trouble with the internet. Yes, I meant a similar Tilda club to the Australian one, but we could do our own. I will ask about that. I will see if that's okay to do. Tilda, mix of, okay, patterns and plains, lovely. Diane overslept, that's okay, you can watch us back. It's good to get your beauty sleep in. And Ginny says, thank you for 2 tempting demos. Well, do you know what? Sorry, typo. Nick Jacks. Knick-knacks. Is that it? I did Nick Jack. Who's nicking Jack? What? Knick-knacks. Okay, knick-knacks. I will get there in the end. Yes, we can certainly do that. Guys, thank you so much for your company today. We are back tomorrow, 10 o'clock with Jane. We will be here, so don't go anywhere. And yeah, just tell us about all the amazing things that you're busily making in the kitchen, because they sound amazing. And I'm going to go and have another piece of Christmas cake. So thanks for that, Mum. She says she always waves to me when she watches. Bye, Mum. Bye, everybody else. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care, stay safe, and all that jazz. Yeah, see you in the morning. Bye-bye.